What is up, everybody? I hope you guys are doing well. I'm your host, Mr. Christopher. This is my co-host, Mr. Michael Bland.
Hey,
man, you know, I always try to test this mic level, and I always seem like no matter how far I set this mic back, I seem like I'm like redlining no matter what I do. Like I'll test it at the beginning and be like, man, and still nothing. So I don't know what's going on here, man. I hope you guys are doing well. As you may have noticed, that music was a little bit different, not as exciting as the Michael Gabriel clip. I get it; it's a little bit different, but had to make that change. All right, look. First off, the track. We're gonna go right into it. Screw it. This is the pre-show, by the way, but we don't really have a pre-show tonight because it's a free-for-all. So there's nothing really, that's happening either way. So it's just, it is. So the song that used to play on the intro, and I'm still messing with songs. I'm still tinkering with stuff, was Michael Gabriel's song Radioactive Girl off of his Genesis album, which is a really great album, by the way. And that new song that you just heard on the intro is a track that I wrote many, many years ago called What I'm Gonna Do. And it's obviously not as gritty as Radioactive Girl, but it's free from revenue sharing. So listen, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole right down the gate, but let me kind of explain briefly for people who don't know exactly how it all works.
Yeah.
And my apologies if you already know this, but I guarantee you that there are some people that don't understand how this works. So let's do it. When people do podcasts like we do, we have the possibility to make some revenue off of people watching due to the ads that kind of run and the various tidbits and whatnot that happen. And however, part of Facebook's and YouTube's algorithm, by the way, understandably, is that if I play any music that belongs to another artist that their record company says, hey, this belongs to this artist, I shouldn't be able to make money off of that artist because they don't know whether or not I've gotten permission to play that song or not. In this particular case, Michael Gabriel did give me permission to use the song. I asked him, I said, man, that's a great song. Can I use it as my intro? And he's like, yeah, man, sure. Absolutely. But it's not done as a percentage. You legitimately equally split the revenue of the entire broadcast. Just like that little 10-second clip or 20-second clip or whatever, it's like 27 seconds. We split all revenue or any ad revenue or anything that we would possibly make on this podcast 50-50 with Michael. I love Michael, but it's just like it's a 20-second clip, and it's like, okay, we got to try to do something maybe a little bit differently. And I don't know that there's any way to kind of clean that up. Or whatever, because obviously I was doing it to try to help Michael spread the word about Radioactive Girl and, be really, really cool. But it's just the way that it shakes out is just not.
Yeah, you weren't trying to help him like that.
Half
of my show's revenue.
Yeah, it's just like we ain't married.
Yeah, exactly. half. You did Eddie Murphy. Half. We should have talked earlier about the show, man. We could have had your cues together, your samples and whatnot.
Yeah, I just I've seen like there's some ingenious stuff that I've seen. Like I know Michael Dean on his podcast for Prince, which doesn't really do much anymore, but he does this mashup that's like a mashup of a couple of Prince's songs so that the algorithm doesn't pick up that it's a Prince song. And I don't know. I didn't want to do that because it's still Prince's song. It's still people's song. I didn't.
Yeah.
So essentially, I do have some live band stuff that I'm going to go through that actually has that umph. But for now, that's what we're dealing with. So we're just not, yeah. Anyways, hey, what's going on, everybody? Susan from Iowa, what you doing? Krista from Indiana, howdy one and all. Purple Nerd Channel's in the house. Lori, what is going on? Red Cat, Up Rock. Yeah, you miss me. I miss you too. We miss each other. Yeah. Kim A, what is going on? Lisa, oh, you fine folks. Yeah, tonight we're just kind of doing a free-for-all. It's just, that's all that is, a free-for-all. We're just hanging out. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things. You're going to be talking about some new music. One of the topics that I told Mike, I said, what are some albums that you can think of that are just perfect front to back? It doesn't matter, not new albums, just albums in general that are just from front to back. So I handpicked some that I will kind of talk about, some new album releases from some artists that we'll talk about as well. And of course, and just so we're clear, I need to start this real quick. Guess what, guys? This is hold on a second. Let me see if I can do this. Hold on.
Audio recording is on.
Okay. So just so you know, tonight we actually have a live telephone line that you guys can call in. I've used it before in the past. If you guys call in with questions, you can absolutely do it. We can allow, I've actually distributed this number before for guests. If they wanted to call in randomly, they can actually do it. If you have questions that you would like to ask Michael, or you would like to ask myself, or just Funkatopia Live in general, all you got to do is just pick up that phone and dial 567-777-FUNK. That's 567-777-3865. So it's, again, it's scrolling across the bottom of the screen, but it's 567-777-FUNK. And it's actually, I went through the whole process, man. I'm like crazy. I can't just do anything half-assed. That's just, that's just the reality of it. Yeah.
Well, all right. I mean, I'm down with it.
Yeah, phone calls. If people want to call in, they can do that. I just want to kind of leave that. Jody says, "Take the phone away from me." Yeah, it is. That's the reason why the phone's here. Because God knows we're probably. I don't know if we'll run out of content or not, but I don't think that we will. But it's just listen. I wanted to talk a little bit about this. This whole scenario with this AI stuff.
Wow, man, you read my mind, man.
My mom called me. My mother called me, and she said this group called Prince of Funk was reaching out to me to join their group, Prince of Funk. And I was like, that's one of those AI groups. That's one of those AI groups that goes out and they grab content. Whoever the programmers are for some of these things, I mean, and maybe there's automated AI systems that do it really, really, really well. When obviously they do. But these AI systems, they go out and they grab random little tidbits of little tidbits, and then they make a post about it, and they'll try to grab some relevant photos. There's no real. I don't know how to explain it other than there's a lot of Prince ones. I think there's even more Michael Jackson ones, even more Taylor Swift ones. So I guess the bigger the artist and more relevant an artist is, the more of these fake AI groups are popping up, and they're really, really done very, very well. I mean, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, the Reader's Digest version is that people, really talented programmers, have created these AI bots to go out and do auto post on Facebook and on Twitter and on YouTube. I mean, the YouTube ones are amazing because they actually create a whole video. They'll create like a 15-minute video with voiceovers that aren't even real people. They're AI voiceovers. And it's all over YouTube. It's really, really crazy. And the problem is that people think that it's a real person, and you could potentially end up getting scammed, share some of your private info or data. And I mean, some of these posts are really, really intriguing. The latest one I don't know if you've seen this one, but obviously the big hoodoo right now is the P. Diddy trial. And there was this rumor that popped up that a audio file, an audio clip of Prince talking into a tape recorder, warning people about P. Diddy and warning people about some of the stuff that he was doing and talking about some of the money and some of the corruption in the music industry and da 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 da. And like this recording ended with Prince saying, you know, if I die before you get this, I wanted to record this, blah, 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 blah. And I don't know where this rumor started. It's not true. No Prince recording was ever played at a P. Diddy trial. We've seen all the stuff that they've actually legitly talked about on CNN and TMZ and all this stuff. That thing with Prince never, ever happened. But to give you an idea of just how carried away this AI stuff is, let me see if I can share this tab. This is crazy. This is on YouTube, just to kind of give you an idea. If you go to YouTube right now and you search for Prince and Diddy, you will see all these AI created posts that have created these, you know, what you're seeing here, just 12 and 15-minute videos. Sheila E. reveals what Prince confessed about Diddy before death. Diddy collapses in court as last audio of Prince played in court. Prince's secret recording revealed at Diddy trial. And there's even reaction videos. These are all fake. These are all fake. I mean, look at even these photos that are in the middle. I mean, these aren't even. This one shows Prince holding up a cassette. It's crazy, dude. It's literally crazy.
Why does Diddy look like Danny Glover?
Yeah. Prince looks like Bruno Mars.
Yeah,
on a bet. It's crazy. It is insane. And then it's unreal, the level. And what makes it worse is that people are seeing this and going, oh my gosh, this stuff is real. This stuff is like so real. And they're even creating these reaction videos. What's this? There was one reaction video I saw. This person had this reaction video because I guess she was watching, you know, on these smart TVs, you can start YouTube on a reel and you can just sit and just watch one YouTube video after another. And I guess this lady saw this one. That's one of these videos and she's reacting and freaking out.
Several individuals who were allegedly paid for their silence. Prince mentioned specific amounts, $2 million to one person, $1.3 million to another, that perfectly matched financial records the prosecution had presented earlier in the trial. I've seen the payments, Prince stated. I've seen the NDAs they signed. This isn't just rich people behaving badly. It's systematic and calculated. The precision of Prince's knowledge suggested he had access to information only an industry insider could know. As the recording continued, Prince's voice grew more somber. I'm making this recording because I'm afraid to speak out publicly. The power structure in this industry protects people like him. Nobody wants to believe what happens behind closed doors.
You see what I'm saying? And I have had people reach out to me and basically were just like, oh, is this real? It's like it's not real, because we have all the transcripts from every single day that's happened on the Diddy thing. Nothing with Prince ever happened at a Diddy trial. None of it. It's not. But man, they're just making this AI is just making this shit up. It's crazy to me. It's unreal. Yeah, your take. I'll let you talk for a second. That's just nuts. Yeah.
You know what? Strangely enough, Dennis Chambers has been texting me lately, like just like clips, like from like TikTok or you know,
yeah,
like clips of him playing somewhere, or you know, that too. But he sent me that clip about Sheila E. He was like, "Man, is this real?" I said, "No, man." I'm like, "Don't fall for that, Dennis, man." Like, most of that stuff. I said, there's one out there saying something about Prince and Andre were lovers. And that's a bunch of BS also. You know?
Well, I think what's disturbing about it, and kind of what makes it first off, the people ask, well, why are they doing this? Well, because if I can program that, and I can program it to happen, and I can trick people like you, not you, Michael, but you, the audience, to get you to click on it. And while you're watching this 15-minute video, you may notice that there's ads and there's other relevant things that are rotating on that right-hand side. Those programmers are making money from that. So those ads that are running the whole entire time you're watching that video, that's why they do it, because essentially they've created this program to go out and get little tidbits of stuff. Some of it's true, some of it's not true, and they just kind of and it says, okay, now piece it together. Let's get some video clips of Prince, and don't use more than 2 seconds of any clip because of copyright, this, that, or the other. And use photos and stuff, maybe make slight alterations to the photos so there's no issues, blah, 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 blah. And it throws and does this big mix, and it literally will pump out like 2 or 3 posts a day. And, humans can't even keep up with that stuff. And the problem is that because they are, some of that stuff that they were saying in that Twitter video that I played, are things that Prince said, but it had nothing to do with P. Diddy. It was just things that he had mentioned in various interviews and stuff about NDAs, and
they're just changing the context.
Right. It's insane. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I just I know a lot of people are just like, look, if it's intriguing, you're going to click on it, right? I'm just telling you, I'm telling you, obviously, just be alert, be careful. Protect your information, you can see stuff and know it's bullshit. So just don't get caught up in that stuff. I mean, it's ridiculous. Just be careful. Just be careful. Stay woke. Just the real meaning behind stay woke, not what various people have twisted it to be. Stay woke means be aware of your surroundings, keep your head on a swivel, know when you're being played, pay attention to what's going on, be aware. And just that's all I'm saying. It's just be aware. Just be aware. Yeah. So it's crazy to me. That's it's so overwhelming. YouTube can't stop it. YouTube or Facebook, they don't have an algorithm to stop this, because they can't legitimately fact check everything that's posted. So I don't know. I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. Yeah. Purple News. It takes me 2 hours to edit a 15-minute video, and I have to compete with AI. Yeah. It's a mess. It's a mess. So I don't know. What do you do? You just don't do anything. Here's what I will tell you: for the people that are real, like I'm real, Michael Bland is real. We are not AI. If I was AI, I would look a lot better than I look right now.
Yeah, same here.
I'd make myself parody.
Oh yeah.
But just keep supporting the people who are out here doing it for real, and just be careful. Just pay attention. Just pay attention. That's all we're saying.
Yeah, it's
I
don't know how you can legally get away with all that.
Well, I mean, because I don't know either. But
somebody did mention that there was a tab that says fiction or something on. Somebody earlier in the comments said something about you missed the tab that said fiction or something about it saying it's fiction. Yeah, but that's how they avoid getting sued.
Well, yeah. Well, because when you post a video to YouTube, there are certain check marks that you can check. I don't remember it saying fiction, or I think there's something where you could say for entertainment purposes only, or something
rumor.
Like that.
Joni said rumor was the word. If you click on the description, it clearly says that it's fiction. Keyword was rumor, I guess what we were calling it.
I mean, but you look at those. I mean, well, I'll show you that screen again. There is nothing here that says rumor. Prince's secret recording revealed the Diddy trial. It's not. There's nothing here that says anything about rumor.
Well, she's saying that it clearly says in the description that it's fiction.
Well, it does, but it doesn't say in the title. You have to go all the way in to be able to get. Let's click on. Let's click on this one. Screw it. let's do what I told you not to do. Diddy, because this was.
You've given them 2 views. You're supporting the monster we're trying to tear down.
Yes, I know.
What's wrong with you, Chris?
But I wanted to see if we have yeah, okay, we're not gonna. I'm not even gonna let it. Let's see. Does it say anywhere in here? Diddy, PD, Prince. I'm trying to see if it says anywhere in here. I'm not trying to prove her wrong. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to see if there's anything that we can see as fans to be able to identify these quick.
This is fake. Yeah.
Right. Yes, multiple witnesses. Look, it's not saying rumors. It's multiple witnesses claim that as soon as Prince's name was mentioned, Diddy visibly shook, then dropped his head into his hands. Some say he was crying. Others say he was cursing under his breath. But what does everyone agree on? The moment marked the first time he physically broke down during the entire trial. There's nothing here that says rumor.
And somebody else says it says for entertainment purposes.
Yeah, that's what I had mentioned that too, but doesn't even say that.
Okay.
It is. Yeah, and then people are, the 159. Look at this. This was released. When was this released? May 18th, 2 days ago. This was released 2 days ago, and it already has 44,000 views, over 44,000 views, and 159 comments. It's the way that they structure these. It's all clickbait, man. It's just the clickbait here is just crazy, and the way that it's very, very well done. I'm not gonna lie, it's very, very well done, but that's scary, man. It's scary.
Yeah, I mean,
it's scary
to me. It's like, really, that's what you're going to use that technology for? That's
just to make money. Yeah, well,
to irritate people.
No, to make money, because that guy got 45,000 views on that thing in 2 days. That's all those ads running. He's making that guy that programmed that to spit this bullshit out is making money it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
And it's a lie. It's like complete falsification. It's not even true. It's unbelievable to me. Wow. Well, anyways, just people be aware, man. Just be aware. I would love to get 45,000 people viewing some things, man. We put hard work, hard hours and hours and hours of work into every single podcast that we do. Even on the free-for-alls, which are basically just free. I spent hours getting stuff ready for tonight, and we don't have a guest. Even when we have guests, it's hours and hours. And then of course we do it live without a net. We do all this stuff. And I don't know that any of our episodes have 45,000 views.
Well,
which is crazy to me. It's just, oh my gosh. It's here we go. Yeah. Lisa, I won't even go there. I sent out an invite to some folks. I sent out an invite to some folks, and so I'm not going to post your comment because they may show up or they may even be watching. Anyways, so once again, if you have any questions or you want to participate in the conversation or you want to add anything to a conversation or you can go completely off of left field. You can talk about what your favorite car to drive is. We don't care. You want to dial in 567-777 funk. Again, that's 567-777 funk, which is 3865 if you're alphabetically challenged. Sometimes there's phones that don't have the letters on it, so it's 777-3865. 567-777-3865. If you do have letters, it's 567-777 funk. So you can call in and we'll take your calls. You know, one of the funny things is like when I'm watching some of these random videos, I stumble across an old one and I'm like, I remember this, but I still have no idea what the context is. This is a 15-second video that I've seen many times and I don't understand it. Let's just watch.
You got someone. Don't you love when I come around? What'd he say? Build you up, then I'll take you down.
I don't understand. He's singing into the camera, but right 2 seconds in, his girl sits up in the bed and smacks the shit out of him, and he just keeps on singing like that just didn't happen. I'll let you guys watch it one more time. I know many of you have already seen this a lot of times, but there's people out here that have not seen this video. Just somebody comment on this, please. Hold on.
You got someone. Don't you love when I come around? What'd he say? Build you up, then I'll take you down.
Boy is whooped.
I don't know what that's about, man.
That boy is whooped. He just let his girl just pimp slap him.
Yeah, clearly that's just how things. That's just every day around that house.
Right.
He didn't even flinch.
He didn't even react.
He tried to smack the black off of that brother.
Oh my God.
Smack!
There was a call in the queue, and then they dropped off. So I guess they wanted to collect their thoughts. But yeah, I saw a video again, and that video still makes me laugh. I'm just like,
My goodness.
Oh my God. Anyways, yeah. That video had nothing to do with anything other than the fact that it was funny as shit. And every time I see it, I laugh. I'm like,
yes, sir. That's all.
He didn't even turn to even acknowledge that he was slapped. He just kind of fell off of the frame, and then he came back and was like, "All right, I'm gonna keep on singing." What'd he say? Like nothing happened.
I don't know what that was about, man. That's
I just
that was different.
It's different. I wanted to say congratulations to our friend Jill Jones. This is yesterday was the 38th anniversary of the release of her debut album, Jill Jones. Everybody here should know who Jill Jones is, but Prince met her when he was on the Dirty Mind tour, and she was singing background vocals for Tina Marie, and they became a long friendship, and they started working together, and she did background vocals on 1999. A lot of people don't know that, but with the song 1999 has a lot of people that are uncredited that performed on that album, specifically that song 1999, because Jill Jones sings background vocals on Party and a couple other things, and also Jesse Johnson. Both of them sing background vocals on 1999, the song. But yeah, she was doing a lot of that she was a lot of uncredited stuff. Obviously, on 1999, he thanked JJ, which I think was Prince's, little bit of a side nod to, hey, it might be Jesse Johnson, might be Jill Jones. You don't know who I'm talking about. Jesse said it was Jill, and Jill said it was Jesse. So we've had both of them on the show, and both of them say no, it was the other. But when I was talking to Jesse last month, he was saying no. Prince always called Jill JJ, so he was talking about Jill. He was not talking about me. But Jill doesn't think so. So, anyways. But anyways, congratulations to her. That's 38 years. That's insane. 38 years. What was really cool is that there was a lot of songs that were actually considered for this album. unreleased tracks like Come Electric Tuesday, which is a great song. Have you heard that song, Come Electric Tuesday?
Yes, love it.
Love the great song. That was supposed to be on this album. Married Man, Killing at the Soda Shop. That ended up going to who was it? It wasn't Margie. Who was it? It wasn't Margie Cox. There was Killing at the Soda Shop. Wasn't that what ended up being part of the Rebels project, wasn't it? Which that didn't happen either. Anyways, some other songs I've never even heard. Polka Dotted Tiger, I've never heard that song. Living Doll, Euphoria Highway. So there's a bunch of unreleased tracks that should have ended up on that debut album, but didn't. But so anyways. Should we try this call thing and see how it works?
How do you want to try it?
Well, let's see. We're gonna give it a shot right now. For our first caller from the 206 area code. Let's see.
Hear you.
Okay.
Thank you for shopping at Amazon. Have a great day. Goodbye.
All right.
So, all right. We won't do that. Let's try. Are we dealing with spam calls now? That I mean, I literally just posted this number. Like literally just posted this number. It's crazy. I'm not gonna. And there was another 858 number that dropped off. So okay, we'll just wait. We're gonna drop that call, I guess. Yeah, drop the call. It's not even there. Wow, we literally just posted it, and within a second, AI picked up the phone number and is already spamming it. That's just crazy. This is crazy. All right, so congratulations, Jill. Hope you're listening. I know you listen every now and then. Love you. Would love to have you back on the show again. Hang out with us because we love you. You know that. So congratulations. What's the first time you heard Jill Jones' debut album? Did you hear it when it first released, or were you a late bloomer to that album?
Wow.
Uh-oh. I think we're am I, did he drop off or did I drop off? I'm trying to see if everybody's hearing me okay, but it's not hearing. Yeah, it must be him because he dropped off. A Purple Nerd said, yes, those are AI phone calls. Yeah, that's it is. It's crazy. So here we go. We got the first, and there's some other ones that are just popping in here, and they're popping in from all over the place, which is literally, I have got 3 calls that came on and dropped off. I'm beginning to believe it. We're literally getting spammed to death. It's crazy to me. This is a number that I literally just purchased. And within seconds of this being live, these calls are just coming in and dropping off. It's insane to me. This is crazy. I'm gonna hide that, but man, wow, craziness. Oh, Michael said he's got to reboot. Yeah, so I tell you what's really scary to me about this. We're literally sitting here dealing with AI issues right now. Like there is a call coming in, and let's see if this is actual real call. I don't know if this is. It could be. No, it's like a phone number that keeps calling and hanging up. I don't even know if this phone call thing is actually gonna even work out. I mean, it's nuts. I know haters of the show would be like, yes, things fall apart for you guys. All right, so let me ask you this question. I'm going to move into the next. I'm going to move into the next topic here. Matter of fact, I'm going to take down the call. You guys want to write down the number in case you want to call later? Do that. 567-777-FUNK. Again, 567. That was easy enough. It's numerical order. 567. 777. That's an obvious one for you Prince folks. And the word funk. 567-777-FUNK. I purchased that number. I purchased that vanity number in order to make sure that it was easy to remember. And these AI son bitches have already gotten me messed up, already got me screwed up. I just, it's unbelievable. All right, I'm taking down that scroll for right now. So let me ask you guys this question. One of the questions that I said to Michael earlier was, Michael's back. What's up, brother?
My computer just shut down.
Yeah, is it a Windows computer?
No,
it's a Mac?
laptop. It's just old. It's just hatched out. You know, man. Just time for a new machine.
Oh, see, I bought a Mac laptop and I have not looked back since. I literally have not looked back since. It's been amazing.
I got you. Mine takes a lot of abuse though, because I use Logic Pro on mine.
I mean, and even more so that you need a Mac.
Well, yes, it served me well. It's just old and just like, I don't know. Lately, I've been seeing these messages about like all of my iCloud. Like they're asking me to like. I've never purposefully put anything on the iCloud. I pretend it doesn't exist, but all of a sudden it's like I'm out of room there. How is that possible?
Well, I can't store all the episodes that we do, all the stuff that we do. I can't. Yeah. I can't do it. This is. I got a caller in the queue. Want to try this one more time and see, let's see if let's see if it's an Amazon thing or not. Let's see. Welcome to Funkatopia Live.
Hello, this is Diane.
Hey, who's this?
This is Diane with Amazon Customer Service. Who am I speaking with today?
You're speaking with a live radio show. So we'll talk to you later. I appreciate your time, Amazon. What the fuck?
The whole world is just trying to slip us.
It's crazy to me, man. It's crazy.
Slip us a Jimmy.
I tell you, it's insane. That's what I should have done. Thank you. That's Erica. That's what I should have done. That's what I should have done. I should have gone on and I should have talked with them and seen what they saw. What would Amazon customer service call you for? That's a scam. Have you ever been contacted by? You can't even get in touch with somebody live at Amazon.
Yeah,
there you go. Man. It's every single form of communication is gone to hell.
Yes.
It literally has gone to hell.
Yeah,
but anyway.
all this is. I'm getting shook, man. I gotta snap out of this. It's a lot of malfunction in a short amount of time.
Yeah, it is. It's craziness. We'll try. We're gonna try another one. Here's a 250 area code. Let's see if this is. This is kind of entertaining to kind of see what's happening here. Let's go say. Welcome to Funkatopia Live. Who's this?
Hey, it's a human being, not AI. My name is Matt. Yeah, bro. It's Matt Stranick. I'm up here in Canada. I'm up here in British Columbia. You guys are doing a rad job, and I just wanted you to know it's not just AI and bots and stuff trying to get through your phone.
Oh, well, thank you. I really appreciate it, Matt. It was nice to know that there's real human beings out there. This is pretty amazing. It's really, really great.
Well, wait.
You got some issues with. Anyways, bros.
Yeah, hold up, Matt. Because lately you got real acquainted with me recently, Matt. So you heard us talking about this whole phenomenon, with AI, manufacturing these stories and so on and so forth. I believe you do you have a background in technology, or am I mistaken, sir?
I have a PhD in educational technology.
Right. So is there anything we can do to stop this from happening? Are we just at the mercy of the bots?
Yeah, there's a lot you can do.
We are all.
It's something only for an offline consult, because it's. You got to. What it amounts to is you got to plan your whole platform. You need a whole cross-platform approach. You need to think of it in terms of a sort of platform-wide strategy for your thing, and then you start looking at it in terms of structural things you can do to block off some of these AI and automated, things. And we could do an
Did he drop off?
I don't know. Maybe the distortion just pushed him right off the.
I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he did drop off.
Or it's the government. Oh, listen,
AI's like
he's trying to tell us how to. He's trying to tell somebody how to.
hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can figure out. Hold on a second. See if I can get him back. Hold on. Okay, we're back.
Audio recording is on.
There we go. We're back on this. All right. Sorry about that, Matt. Yeah. So you were saying it was going to be an offline conversation anyway, so that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think, but he's talking about more for a business and like us as Funkatopia. Yes, there is stuff that we can do, but there are some of these platforms, Matt. Yeah, we will have to talk offline because we want to nail this stuff down and become a clean machine. And again, that's one of the reasons why I had to change the intro song. We're just trying to clean up these little things that are holes in revenue opportunities, holes in things like bots eating up ad revenue and eating up. Okay, here's one thing I get. Let's see, I'm looking at 2 calls right now from an 855 area code, but they're 2 of them from the exact same phone number, which is obviously not possible, I don't think. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I find. Okay. Funkatopia Live. Who's it?
Thank you for calling Corporate. For sales?
This is bullshit. Okay, we're gonna stop the phone call thing until we can talk to Matt and figure out something that we can actually close. I mean, even with like right now, because of this situation, every second or every minute that I am on the phone or that somebody calls in is on the phone, I get charged per minute for the call-in studio. This is callinstudio.com. It's a system that anybody can use. If you have your own podcast and you don't have the way to be able to do things, there is a website called callinstudio.com, and you can sign up with them. You can get a vanity phone number like I did, even though it's worthless. But you can get a vanity phone number and people can call in and you can get like a bunch of phone calls, but you'd be paying per minute per person that kind of comes in. And that's basically what it is. So anyway, so until we can clean that up, it's kind of pointless. But yeah, from a business standpoint, you can block off things. You can block off, you can put up firewalls and block all that kind of crazy activity. And, but for normal people, there literally isn't anything that you can do. I mean, YouTube and Facebook are paying attention to the algorithm and what you click on and what you search for. And they're going to keep on delivering you things. And there's no way that you can block every single spam phone call out there, just like there's no way that you can block it. It's going to be the same way with this AI thing, man. It's like you will be able to block certain things, but then it's going to come right back around. They just create under another number or another IP address or whatever. It is just, come on.
Well, can I go back a little bit, man? My whole show, I've been disoriented here, and I haven't gotten really a chance to chime in on a couple of things.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's go back. Let's go back to the full album, no skipping the cuts thing that you were talking about earlier.
Yes. Okay.
I'll tell you 2 right off the dome that I think qualify.
Okay.
Plantation Lullabies.
Okay. So, but before we do this, because we didn't describe what this was to the audience. I don't think I explained it to you, but I don't think I said it. We want to talk about now. We're moving into a different segment. that is spam and AI free of albums that are out there. Doesn't have to be Prince albums that are out there that are perfect from the beginning to end, like no skippable tracks, just ridiculous. No skippable tracks, no skips. Think of some albums that you think are now, and really think about it. Can you really listen to this album from front to back without skipping anything? And even years later, it's friggin' perfect. And you named one that was on my list also, which is.
Oh, I see. All right, man.
Yeah. We've had this talk before. No. I don't need to conduct, because you and I have talked about this album before. This is our first entry. Michelle Ndegeocello's Plantation Lullabies. So I'm interested in hearing your take on this album as a black man, and then I'll share as a white man how this album feels.
Oh, wow.
and you know the reason for this is because of the content of some of this material is
but I'll say
pretty heavy-handed.
I think that she's equally critical.
I think so.
I think whether you a black man or a white man, I think she's kind of on, fire about it, man. Like, I think she's questioning. I don't think she laid it on any heavier.
No, I would disagree.
All right. That's your prerogative.
Well, no, I'll give you examples. Does your white woman go better with your Brooks Brothers suit? White man should forever sleep with one eye open.
But before she says the line about the Brooks Brothers suit, she says, brother. She's talking about a black guy. She's talking about black dudes who date white girls.
True. Which has been a hot topic of conversation just recently.
Really? With who?
RG3 apparently was attacked by what's his name on ESPN? Ryan Clark, is that his name? Ryan Clark went on some show and was talking about that very topic, that black men who choose women outside that are not black women are really doing a disservice and blah 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 blah. And then he for whatever reason he specifically mentioned RG3, who is married to a white woman, and man, it was an internet explosion. They were kind of going at each other with as brothers that used to be friends, but it's in a tough spot right. It's a tough spot right now.
Listen, I mean, there is no person on the planet that is devoid of the responsibility to decide for yourself how you're going to move through this world.
Correct.
You can either let what other people have to say about you, determine your path, or you can say, you know what? I'm not going to proceed, but I totally understand it, but it's the reality of our society. And yet again, something else that leans towards AI as well, because if you don't think that you are being driven like a Tesla right now, you are out of your mind. The amount of vitriol and race baiting that is going on social media right now is insane. I literally have to turn away and just not. I mean, I may read a couple of comments, but man, it is a very, very slippery slope and a boiling pot of. It is a steaming hot cauldron right now. So, but again, it is one of those things that is steered by these algorithms that are just like, oh, I see that you clicked on that. I'm going to feed you more and more stuff and get you engaged. And man, it's horrible, man. That's how the robots are going to beat us. They're going to conquer. That's
right. That's right. That is an old it's an old adage.
That's old school. Can we talk about something else old school that just surprised the heck out of me?
What's that?
Have you seen this clip of will.i.am talking about the music industry and how it was always set up that music was made to sell products? Like, that's not a relatively new phenomenon. Like, this goes back to RCA Victor, goes back to selling instruments just so you can sell the sheet music. You know?
I haven't seen that clip. I'll have to look for it.
Okay, but it really messed me up because I hadn't really understood. I thought that this was a relatively new development in the relationship between music and products, like the art versus or art and commerce. But it's been this way since time immemorial.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Music
I've known about
to sell hardware.
Correct.
Yes, that's what music has been used to do this entire time, is to sell products and whatnot. Here I am thinking in 2020 or whatever, I'm looking at the situation and it's like, yo, man, what are we going to do about this? It's like music for its own sake isn't even a thing anymore.
Yeah.
But the reality is, when I heard will.i.am speak, and he was talking, yeah, I see you. He also talked about radio. It's always, music has always been used to sell things. It's hardly ever been a thing in and of itself.
I don't understand radio right now. I know listen, I know you folks are naming some incredible albums. We will get back on track. I promise you. We will get back on track. I promise you. But I want to, I want to make sure that we do address this topic that he's talking about, because I think it's really, really important.
I figured you would. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand radio anymore right now. I like every time I turn on the radio, like my daughter likes to listen to a lot of the, luckily, and I would like to think that I had a good part to do with it. All of my daughters are very, very eclectic in their music listening. So they're just all over Spotify, really digging deep. They're not a slave to what radio is shoving down their throats.
Good.
They just listen to whatever they want to listen to. When I'm walking down the hall and I hear Jaden going, "Just the two of us," I was like, "Yeah, all right, I see you."
It's like everything else. It's like, if you give people the real choice, I have to believe that they'll opt for real music.
Yeah. Red Cat, good point. So terrestrial radio is all commercials and crappy 2-minute songs in between. It is the same, and that's the reason why they call it Top 40 Radio, is because it is basically the same 40 songs. If you're lucky enough to hear 40 songs in a 3-hour window,
sure.
Because most of it's either commercials or just replaying the same song they just played like an hour and a half ago or an hour ago.
Yeah.
But I don't understand what I know they said that payola is gone, but it can't be, because why would you play the same 20 artists who's somebody scratching somebody's back?
That's what I'm saying. It's Western civilization. The formula ain't gonna change now. The bottom line is somebody's back is getting scratched. We just don't know who it is. If we follow the money, we'll have some idea. But I don't really know where you start.
I mean, I know, you have sponsors like iHeartRadio that sponsor radio shows and radio stations, and you have all the, you make money from the commercials, the advertisers. But musically, it's like, why would you make the choice that you made, as far as, playing this? What I love about Atlanta is that there used to be a radio station here called Star 94. It's still called Star 94, but they were a top 40 radio station. And I want to say that Star 94, about, I don't know how many years it's been now, 4 years ago, they were a competing top 40 radio station. And they just said, yeah, we're done here. We are going to play all music, all like radio hits from the 80s, from the 70s, from the 90s, from 2000, like just mixing it up. It's like 1 minute you'll be listening to, Ice Cube, and next minute you're listening to Cyndi Lauper, and it's just like it's just like this mishmash of and it's amazing. It's incredible.
My favorite kind of radio. That's why
it's all over.
That's why what is it? What are they called? Here it's 104.1, but I'm trying to remember. They have one in every city. What is it called? I can't remember. Everybody's got it though, and they just play with whatever they'll play Devo back to back with James Brown.
Yeah, that's the kind of radio station it is. Yeah.
What is
it all
called?
over.
Yeah,
it's great. It's a great approach. I think
Jack FM, is it? It's not Jack. It's
I mean, there may be a name for it, but yeah, it's that type of approach. I want to clear this up real quick. Sean says no. Ryan Clark did not attack RG3's wife. He complimented his wife by stating, "I didn't say that he attacked RG3's wife. He brought his wife into the conversation. He wouldn't even talk directly about his wife. He was basically saying he was talking about black men dating outside of the race." Okay. And and that everything that black women have to go through, and this is it was a whole conversation. I'm never said he attacked his wife, but RG3 definitely took it that way. If you saw RG3's post, you can see how he took it. So yeah,
sure.
So I just don't understand radio, but yes, to go back to the greatest albums front to back, yes, I agree. Michelle Indigo Plantation Lullabies definitely is on there. I've seen some fantastic ones up here. I got to scroll back up. No skips. Let's see what we got here. Dirty Mind. Yeah, Dirty Mind's a good one. Yeah, I would say, as far as Prince albums are concerned, I didn't go with Dirty Mind, not because I feel like it is a perfect album, but there's some songs and I'm just like, I don't want to necessarily listen to that. But
I mean, how many times can you sit through Sister?
Right. I mean, it's a great song, but you can't. Right. Again, and that 35-minute album approach that he did a lot of. That's just kind of also, which is why the one Prince album that did end up on my list that I had here was 1999. Obviously, double album. But
yes,
nothing weak in if I had to pick a weak song, which I'm going to get hung for, but I would say Free is one of those songs that I'm just like,
wow, all right,
I like it. It's a good song, but I'm just not, I'm not like jamming out or grabbing my lighter or, it's just like, but that was if I was forced to pick something to skip off there. But other than that, it's a perfect album. It's so freaking good.
Yeah, so. I mean, depending on the mood you might be in, I think Sign of the Times is up there also. I mean, that's definitely a record that tells a certain kind of story to me.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. What else Charlotte says Thriller.
Yeah, that's a gimme.
Yeah, Michael Jackson Thriller is definitely a good one. Maxwell's Now. I heard that album.
I played on that.
You did?
Yeah, it can't be that great. I played on it.
Yeah, you gotta stop doing that, man.
I played on Get to Know You. I played on Lifetime. I played on a couple more. I can't remember the names though. But I played on those for sure. I played on about 5 songs.
Wow.
Yeah. That was after the.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't know that
after the Embryo tour, which was basically the Fortunate tour because his sophomore record kind of tanked, and then Life came out. The movie Life came out, and Fortunate went straight to #1 and like revived everything. We had 3.5 weeks to rehearse and get a show together. So Fortunate was hot.
You didn't make a call and get him on the show. We need to do a show with him.
With Maxwell?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's not, I haven't spoken to him in many years. I got you, man.
Yeah, it's all right. It's a topic of conversation next time you happen to.
I don't know if I've seen him do many interviews at all.
I know. That's yeah.
That's absolutely. Telling me he might not like this sort of thing, but
yeah, you're right. I've never. It's not a whole bunch. It's kind of like it's kind of like Van Hunt. I've had Van Hunt on the show twice in the early days of Funkatopia, back in the early 2000s. And you obviously, I can't get him at all now to even respond to anything, but you know, when you're laying in bed
I was going to
with
say,
Halle Berry,
you see where he's at and what he's doing.
you guys have seen this video, right? I'm not going to put it up, but it is.
Like, don't put me through that again.
No, I'm not. It's Halle Berry and Van Hunt laying in bed talking about some. Is that lube or lotion or what is it? I don't know what it is.
I'm like, Holly, that's not a good look now.
Yeah,
I understand
yes.
you're an older woman. You're mature, and I realize, the things happen. Like your body goes through changes. I'm being a realist, man. I get it, but it's like, really, do you just go all the way and just tell people online or on the internet what kind of lube you're using? Like, if you're being paid to do so, maybe.
And it is actually a good transition because Elena Mike has said Van Hunt's Seconds of Pleasure, which is not that album is actually in my CD player. I have a 25 CD player, and that debut album is right there smack in the middle of. This is one of those ones that is a front to back masterpiece.
Right on.
Great friggin' album. His debut album is fantastic. But yeah, that's another one front to back. Yeah,
I mean,
good call.
I'll get into it just because it's I wasn't always a married man, and I'll tell you, one record that always worked from start to finish was Al Green's Greatest Hits, man.
Great.
I don't think green cover.
Yes.
And
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's solid, top to bottom, man.
Yeah, I don't think greatest hits compilations can be a part of this discussion, though. I'm not saying it's not great. No, because it's the greatest hits. You're like picking songs from every single.
I mean, I'd say the same about probably "I'm Still in Love with You" by Al Green. Yeah, I mean, it's just tremendous, man.
Jody's did a little Terrence Trent D'Arby call out.
All right,
yeah, man.
Cool. I don't think I listened to everything on that record. Yeah, you're right. Babyface Tender Lover, yeah, maybe.
Elena says one of the members of Hiatus Coyote said a song was created and put on Spotify, and it wasn't them; it was AI. You know what? What was it? We keep like bouncing in and out of the track. You just have to deal with it. That's just kind of that's how Michael and I's brain work. So,
yeah. I said sometimes already. Sly's Greatest Hits. We just decided Greatest Hits don't count, Lisa.
Yeah, you're gonna have to choose Fresh or Riot.
We got to make more specific choices here. I Want You by Marvin Gaye. That's another one. Start to finish, a masterpiece.
Here, My Dear.
Well, Here, My Dear will bum you out, but it's it's awful classy.
Yeah, I mean, because there's also
you can leave, but it'll cost you. How you put a record I'm talking about? You can leave. This song's called "You Can Leave, but It'll Cost You." Marvin.
Yeah, I mean, Short Eyes, that was a soundtrack, but that was I actually have that, which is fantastic. It's got that song Anger.
Yes, I love it.
When it's flaming hot. That's a great song. Intervisions.
Great songs on it. And Intervisions, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and that's my all-time favorite Stevie Wonder album.
Okay.
That's like we had this discussion on his birthday a couple weeks ago or a week or so ago, and I was just like, "You're holding a gun to my head." I'm picking Intervisions. Because it's just there's just so much there. I mean, there's more songs. Obviously, songs in the Key of Life. It's a double album, and there's so much there too. That's just another amazing piece. But he was in a zone.
Oh no, I agree. Somebody just mentioned Sparrow. Oh, Alana. Sparrow is on Here, My Dear. Yeah, that's the way of the world, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Absolutely.
Lena's got another one, D'Angelo's Voodoo.
Yeah, well, it gets a little self-indulgent for me from time to time.
Yeah, I think that was the You sure it doesn't have anything to do with Questlove being a producer on that? Is that what it is?
No. I just listened to it recently.
Oh, okay. It's a good album.
Like last week, I actually sat and I was doing something, cutting my nails or something. I just let it play. A lot of it's hot.
Yeah, Elena's got a bunch of them. She's like naming all of them. 5 by Lenny Kravitz, great album. That is a good album. I like it. It's good. It's
I got you. If I had to pick any of Lenny's records, it probably would be
The
either
first one.
Mama Said or
Let Love Roll.
well, what am I thinking? You're right. He started. He blew his whole thing at the top. He gave us everything we wanted.
Let Love Rule. Let Love Rule is one of those.
I forget about it sometimes because he tried to forget about it. Man.
Yeah, well, Mama Said he was going through the divorce and doing all that stuff and everything that kind of everything that was going on at that particular time. So there was a lot of I'm sorryness that was kind of woven into that album.
Okay.
But Let Love Rule is perfection. Let Love Rule is perfection.
I can't disagree.
And the only time that I've seen Lenny Kravitz live was on the Let Love Rule tour in Atlanta at the Cotton Club.
Okay. I saw him at First Ave.
Oh, really? Well, on that tour, it was a great tour.
Oh, yeah. Zorro was playing drums and
Carl Denson.
Yeah. The band was so tight, man.
Oh my God. Yeah. Just amazing. Chiaria had those 3 we already mentioned. What's Going On, Rhythm Nation, Sign of the Times. Yeah, we already got those. Midnight Marauders.
Huh. I got a weird thing with Tribe. Actually, you know what's weird? My favorite Tribe record is The Love Movement. Nobody likes that one.
That's a good one.
I love that record. Oh, man. But Midnight Marauders, okay. I get it. I understand why.
Well, and since we're kind of going down the hip hop route, I do have a hip hop album that I think is perfection from beginning to end. And many people may agree with me and they may not agree with me. It's okay. It's perfectly fine. But The Roots, Philadelphia Half-Life.
Oh, yeah.
Is an amazing, before Q kind of got a little pretentious, but they were all in this like hungry stage. And The Roots, Philadelphia Half-Life. See, here's the thing with me in hip hop. I like that kind of high vibe that anybody that follows hip hop will understand the albums that I'm going to name. Diggable Planets, Blowout Comb.
Oh, dude, wait a minute. Hold up. I was just thinking about that record. That record is the most unsung, brilliant masterpiece of hip hop.
Yes.
In my opinion, that record is so bad.
It is. Agreed.
You're going to make me start shouting over here, man.
Yeah.
That record is so unsung, man.
Those types of albums are just where they're not widely known. Like, this is not Young MC. This is not these were albums that should have been celebrated way more than they were. The Roots, Philadelphia Half-Life is one of them. Diggable Planets, Blowout Comb.
Absolutely, man.
De La Soul's 3 Feet High and Rising.
Yeah. No doubt. Nation of Millions by Public Enemy. Absolutely.
Yeah. Kendrick Lamar's Overly Dedicated. Now, you guys may not know this album, but everything from To Pimp a Butterfly back by Kendrick Lamar is incredible. Damn.
The first thing I think I heard from him was like Mad City, right?
Yeah, Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
Damn was a tipping point because Damn, he wasn't really focused more on the production. It was more he was always focused on the content of his lyrics, but I wasn't feeling the music. They're like the vibes were just kind of lost. They were albums of just songs. They didn't have that that flow, that journey that they kind of go through. Good Kid, Mad Skitty was a great journey with all the, the segues and stuff that they had. Overly Dedicated, you can listen to this album on Spotify. Kendrick Lamar's Overly Dedicated is very, very much like Diggable Planet's Blowout Comb, where it's got this vibe of just, it's just a vibe. It's a whole thing. To Pimp a Butterfly was fantastic. That was the last great album from him, and everything that he's released since then has been okay. It's still great. I mean, Kendrick is a great lyricist, but it's lost that. It's lost that. But yeah, The Roots, Illadelph, Half-Life. If you guys have not heard this album, check. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I had it up. Yeah, check it out. I hope you guys are like taking notes and writing down stuff that you can check out later on Spotify or whatever. Just
can I spit out like a little list right quick? Because I was
whatever you want.
For Donny Hathaway Live.
Oh
and
yeah.
I would also include, I'm sorry, Peace Beyond Passion is perfect. So I got 2 on Michelle.
Yeah,
all right.
Nothing sounded like
with me on it.
Well, I think I just got to spend more time with that because none of her albums sound like Plantation Lullabies. Plantation Lullabies was like her funk album, and then everything else kind of got more and more experimental a little bit. It was just kind of went like a little bit of a different direction. Nothing felt like that album. And I think I need to get outside of my head and just listen.
Yeah, I got you, man. But it's a proper sophomore effort. I think that it's still funky. She's still got Gene Lake playing drums on it. Mm-hmm. I think David Gamson was still the producer. It's not that far of a stretch, man. She got a little more psychedelic, and a little more aggressive lyrically, I'd say, in certain instances on that record. But it's just the sound of Peace Beyond Passion. Just whoever mixed it, man. It sounds so amazing.
Steve Edier says Dan was nominated for Album of the Year. It was he also won didn't he win like a Nobel Peace Prize, or like Kendrick Lamar won a Nobel Peace Prize or some type of Peabody, some type of crazy award for the lyrics for one of the things, like woof. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Doris, man, you guys got a lot. I'm like trying to keep up. There's so many of them here. I
want to mix it up. AC/DC, Back in Black. Perfect from start to finish.
It's a good one.
Boston's debut album. You can't. They played every song on that Boston debut record on KQ92 here in Minneapolis.
Well, because the thing with Boston was when Boston came out, nobody had heard guitar like that.
Right.
Where it was so clean and out front, and it was like, that's loud.
Yeah, Tom Schultz, man. Yeah. Here's what's funny though. He played all the instruments on that record. Like Tom Schultz played the drums, bass, all those organ solos, all the guitars. It was Tom Schultz, one guy.
Unbelievable. Well, since we're outside the realm, I've got a couple on here. This one is not going to get a lot of appreciation. I get it. You guys know how much of a geek I am about this band, but this album right here, The Fix's Phantoms.
Oh, yes.
This album is just it's one of these new wave bands that is just, but the feel and the vibe of this. Reach the Beach obviously is their biggest album with One Thing Leads to Another that everybody knows, and Saved by Zero, and of course their first albums were like MTV darlings with Red Skies at Night, Stand or Fall. I mean, they had a lot of stuff, but Reach the Beach was like their big one. That's when they opened up. Matter of fact, it was one of the first concerts that I went to alone by myself, was The Fix on their Reach the Beach tour, opening up for the Police on their Synchronicity tour.
Dude, that's hot.
In Atlanta. And you can make me out in the video because the seats that I had were behind the stage. And on the Police's Synchronicity video, you can see however old I was, 15-year-old kid sitting behind in the chairs, in the seats behind the stage on that Synchronicity tour. Because that Synchronicity video is from their Atlanta show. But yeah, and I screen captured that at one point in time. But yeah, The Fix Phantoms, you guys, unfortunately, the problem is that The Fix has yanked all of their music off of Spotify. So you're going to have to get to it some other. I think they're fighting the system. They're fighting.
Yeah.
They're just kind of like, you're not going to do this
I got it.
0.001 cents. But
there's always one, man. There's always one group.
And since we mentioned the police, I'll go ahead and get this one out of the way too. The police, Ghost in the Machine. Man, let me just say, let me see if
All
I
right.
got.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me get this album cover. Hold on. You guys, I don't think a lot of people don't know. Trains Drops of Jupiter is pretty amazing too. All right, so listen, Ghost in the Machine. All right, a lot of people don't. Spirits in the Material World. Come on. That's the opener. Every little thing she does is magic. Come on. Invisible Sun. Demolition Man. I mean, there are so many hits off of this, and it's not a greatest hits collection. It's an album. It's one friggin' album. It's just, and the flow of it is when they were in this really kind of hippie type of reggae mode. And I mean, Demolition Man alone should be signal enough for you to a song that Sting wrote, gave to Grace Jones. Grace Jones killed it, and they loved it so much that they redid it on Ghost in the Machine. But man, what a great friggin' album that is too. So yeah, so as you can tell, we're all over the map. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, can I throw in some more outliers?
Yeah, absolutely, go for it.
The Pretenders' first album, I think, is incredible.
Is that the one that had Middle of the Road on it?
No, that was like the third record.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
It's a great tune.
Yeah. Oh no, I agree. I mean, I love all their records, but that first record have had such an impact to me. Well, Devo, Are We Not Men?
Oh yeah, of course.
That's crazy.
Yep. Yeah, I'm always, surprised, to hear some selections that you come up with, man. It's just like, man, this is just because they're albums that I forgot about.
Sure.
It's just like, man, this just, wow, I gotta really spend some more quiet time with Spotify and let it take me down. This is crazy. Lauren Reginald says Lauryn Hill's Miseducation.
Yeah, well, how you feel about that?
I don't think people really want to know. I've never listened. I think Lauryn Hill has a great voice, but I've never really kind of been into. I just don't vibe with her at all. And it's just some songs that I hear and I can't, they grate on my nerve one time. I just can't connect with it. It's something I just disconnected from Lauryn Hill, and I know she's phenomenal. I know she's a great singer. That's without a doubt. Just like I know that Adele is a great singer. I'm not into her either.
Yeah. You can appreciate how great somebody is without digging what they do.
Correct. So what's your take? Go ahead. I've already thrown myself under the bus. Go ahead.
I don't disagree. I think that I mean, I guess I can't speak of what I don't know, but I do remember there being a lot of chaos about who actually wrote what. Like, it sounded to me like she maybe didn't honor her collaborators in the way that they were hoping.
Yeah.
So I guess I have just a basic sort of you get the gas face because
Mm-hmm. Oh, Joni said it. Joni said it. Joni said it. I didn't say it. She said, "Zabe, I don't connect with Lauryn Hill or Bay."
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well,
yeah. You gotta be real careful with the beehive out here.
Yeah, they'll find out where you live, Joni.
Yeah, but
They probably live next door to you.
I don't say that I disagree because I just don't feel like, with the exception of what was the album Lemonade? It was like one of the recent ones. The continuity of her albums, that's a big thing for me.
We're talking about the start to finish.
Right. Well, it's not even that. I mean, even when I'm listening to an artist, I want the continuity you know, I want to flow. I want to be taken on a journey, like out. And maybe that's just the old school of me. But if you're going to make me listen to an album, take me someplace. Bring me on a journey. And I just kind of feel like a lot of these artists are it's just a bunch of songs just thrown in like a compilation CD with no rhyme or reason for flow. I know that there's people there are thinking about that stuff, but whoever they are, most of them don't do a good job.
Here's what I think, because my opinion is a little different about Beyonce, only because I don't know if it's maybe just the age I'm at, and like just my viewpoint on what some people would consider to be alternative culture, gay culture, or any of that. When I first heard, what's it called, Renaissance.
Mm-hmm.
That's the record that I actually understood from her. I got that, man. That's a collage. That's
right.
like the music version of like Paris is Burning or something. Like that's someone curated. Like, I feel like that's real art. Like Renaissance to me from start to finish is brilliant. And I'm not a Beyonce fan at all. As a matter of fact, my first listen, the only thought I had in my head was I can hear the devil laughing and mocking everybody. Whenever I turned that record on, it's like I can hear the devil just.
I don't know what you mean by that.
I mean exactly what I say. That's okay. Y'all can think I'm crazy. I know what I know.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about, okay.
There's a spirit going on that record.
Are you talking about like all the other stuff that all the craziness and some of the spiritual stuff that they tap into and some of that insanity and all that? Or are you just talking about like, are you talking literally about a spiritual thing on this?
That's how I feel when that record is on. Like,
really? Okay.
Yeah.
I am not posting your comment, B Kings.
That's okay. I stand by I don't need you to put no dap on my words, man. I'm a black man. I gotta say it one time, and everybody heard me. I think that Lana Del Rey, SZA, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, witches, all of them. And I don't care what you got to say about it.
I will say this. Yeah, I will say this, but there has to be something, because the Taylor Swift phenomenon I don't get. I just don't get it, because all of her songs sound exactly the same to me, but the frenzy of her fans are just, it's like, okay, music's okay, it's great for like, I guess, background pool party music or whatever, but that I don't know. No, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. There's got to be something else in power and play.
Yes, because the music is not enough.
Right.
The music ain't that great.
Right.
Why are people falling into a trance watching Lana Del Rey? She ain't that fine, and she ain't that good a singer.
And my daughter loves Lana Del Rey, but it's like but what she's doing is she's catering to people with sadness and depression, and because all of her songs, it seems like every single song that I've ever heard from her has been like that, you know, this really somber, here, listen to this song, grab on, let me drag you down, let me it's just that
except for the song where she says that her coochie tastes like Mountain Dew or something.
I haven't heard that one.
You haven't heard that one? That was one of her earlier songs, man. I'm not with it, bro. I'm not with it. I know my spirit has discernment. You can tell me what you want, man. I don't really play with it. You know. Who's bringing up Secret Life of Plants? Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got that.
I don't know if you're gonna sell anybody on anybody here on that.
Yeah, it's that was a. It seemed like it was like he wrote it for it. Was it a soundtrack? Was it supposed to be a soundtrack for something?
It was the soundtrack for a movie of the same title, Journey Through the Secret Life of Plants, and they played the movie for Stevie and he composed the music based on what he could hear of the film. And a lot of people thought Stevie just lost it. I talked to Prince about this one time. We were about to head into Studio C at Paisley, and he said, you know that record Stevie Wonder made about all the plants and stuff?
Yeah.
I said, yeah. He said, do you think he just, after Songs in the Key of Life, he just jettisoned into this other headspace? It's like the two records have nothing in common, you know?
Right.
And I was like, I don't know, man. He's like, we just thought that Stevie just really just stepped into a different zone, but then we find out he just wanted to try his hand at scoring a film, and that was what they gave him. It's like no agenda, you know. But the movie is pretty incredible, man. Like
I haven't seen it. What's it called?
Man, it's called Journey Through the Secret Life of Plants.
I haven't seen it.
It's a documentary on how plants feel, think, you know, emote.
Huh.
And they attach electrodes to these plants, and they have a guy come walking in. The guy comes and walks in, and he throws one of the plants on the ground.
I actually have this album. I have it. Actually,
yes, I've held it in my hand before. I know that record.
Yeah, God, it's falling apart, but
yeah, but still.
Yeah.
Anyway. The guy throws the plant on the ground, and then he leaves, and he comes walking back in, and they're looking at the electrode activity, and he comes walking back in, and the other plants are shaking. They're all just. You have to see it, man. You have to see the movie.
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to now, and I wonder if it's available online somewhere that you can watch.
Come on, Kyle Christian. Why you gotta? He's always bringing things down to grits and gravy. The Black Caesar soundtrack by James Brown. No, it ain't. I skip everything except pays the cost to be the boss, man. Come on, Kyle. Quit being an agitator. Oh, by the way, man. Not. Did you say Diver Down? Was the Van Halen record? He was a fair warning. He said, "Nah, not to me." I mean,
Van Halen's debut album is.
That's where you start, and that's all you need. That first record said everything.
Yeah, there's certain rock bands that they release these debut albums that are just like Van Halen's let's talk about rock albums right out of the gate. Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction.
Absolutely.
I mean, just what happened there. It's like you're not going to recreate that again. And Van Halen's debut album is another good one.
I mean, even Black Sabbath's first record is bad. That'll put some chills on you.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about hearing the devil?
It's man. Who? Dio, Holy Diver.
Oh, Holy Diver.
That whole record.
Oh my God! Yes. Hey, Mike, Matt, thank you for sending me that link. I'm gonna check it out. I'm really gonna check out the movie. It's
absolutely, man. I mean, it will open eyes.
Sean mentioned Bitches Brew.
I've listened to that album a lot from start to finish, but it's a lot. I mean, Kind of Blue is way easier. On the palate and on the digestion.
What do you think Jimi Hendrix's best album is? I really honestly think, before you answer this, for everybody, it's going to be the album that you first heard, however you were introduced to him, because he doesn't have a whole bunch of weak albums, and it's kind of like, it's almost like Prince. It's like, wherever you have a personal,
where you got in, right?
Yeah, where you ever have a personal connection is where you have a personal connection.
I think that what is this? Axis Bold as Love is where.
That's a good one.
I was like, wow, that one I was obsessed with. I love this first record, and Electric Ladyland is, again, it's dense. It's a lot to listen to.
Well, yeah, and you've also got that one had so many moments in it where I love music that takes you for a journey. Like you're talking about Electric Ladyland, 1983, A Merman I Should Turn to Be.
Yes.
That is like, it's, I don't know how long that song was, like 8 minutes. It's a long song, but it's like, they go into it. It's kind of like Whole Lot of Love from Led Zeppelin. That's another band. It's you're like just opening it up, just letting things flow, letting the music just happen. And you just can't recreate. And Beatles created plenty of albums like that. Where it's just like, we're just going to just let the music just kind of go. We're not just going to go verse, chorus, bridge, verse, chorus, out.
And we should also make sure that people understand that the Beatles fell off in popularity when they went psychedelic. Not everybody dug where they were headed.
That's the stuff I love the most.
When you turned on, right?
Right. Yellow Submarine. What a great soundtrack, and the White Album, and I mean, such great stuff.
I remember seeing some footage on a show of like American Bandstand, and they were playing. You remember that promotional video they made for Strawberry Fields Forever? It's just all trippy.
Yeah,
It's backwards footage, and like they're all hanging around on a tree, and there's a broken piano. All of that. They played this on American Bandstand, and I remember Dick Clark was like, "Oh, what did you think of that?" And some girl was like, "What happened to their hair? They're dressed all weird." And then the next, this song is so strange. It's kind of frightening. And then they asked this one dude, they said, "What did you think of it?" He's like, "Oh, I thought it was great." Clearly, like on something like just, I thought, like, that dude was tripping, but he was all the way in,
Yeah, it's there. Yeah, you can't. And I don't know. I wasn't following the Beatles, so I don't remember how that transition was. I mean, did they go from like clean cut to hippie like from 1 minute to the next, or was there any transition?
They decided to retire from live performance in probably 1965 or 66, and what that did was that allowed them to be more ambitious with their records, because they didn't have to worry about reproducing any of it. Really, I think they got tired of people taking pot shots at their plane. They get off the plane and see like bullet holes in the side of the plane and whatnot. So once they retired from public life, they just invested themselves completely into the music and didn't really worry. I mean, that's what, then they married the two tape decks and whatnot. I mean, they did some incredible stuff, man.
That was what's his name's doing. We just saw the documentary on Disney Plus.
George Martin.
Yeah, he like tied those two things together and then had him like running backwards and just like, oh my gosh.
I mean, they experimented. They did everything before most people did. I mean, I think that the other thing that people don't realize is that they chopped and screwed a lot. Like the Beatles were like, snip, 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 put this in, do this. Like they really experimented in ways that no one really had before. Like all those sound effects were like snippets of tape that they had to get, and then like put into the reel, and like, like the sounds like carousels and like, circus sounds and whatnot and all of that, like on Sgt. Pepper and on like The Benefit of Mr. Kite. Like they were basically sampling then, even Miles Davis with Bitches Brew. That's not how it was recorded. He edited all of that. Well, maybe not all of it, but there was a lot of editing in the process, is what I've been led to believe.
Well, who was it that was on the show? I'm not sure if you were a co-host or not. I think that you were. Was it Fink that said that we were talking about piecing together? This has nothing to do with anything, but they were talking about, it was Jesse Johnson. And he said that the reason why Graffiti Bridge felt like the way that it felt was because it was like pieced together and edited, even to the point where they had to redo all of their voice parts separate from the film. Like they had to watch the film and re-record their voices. And that's the reason why it looks and feels like that, is because everything was just kind of piecemealed together for Graffiti Bridge. And I think when you get to that point, obviously it didn't happen that way on the album. We're talking that's a movie, but I think any type of art form where you have to piecemeal stuff together, you kind of lose that flow. You lose that natural, the natural progression of music. And it's also one of the reasons why it's very, very difficult to ever find an album that's made on our computer with loops that makes your hair stand up on your arm, is because it's just not that same vibration. It's not that same. It's just not that. It's not the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it might have been me, because I know for a fact that Prince edited that movie, in between concert dates in the UK. Like he would fly out of town and we'd be in like London for a week with nothing to do. He'd be in Los Angeles editing the film.
Yeah. That's
So,
great.
yeah,
I've been
like the continuity gets affected. You can't, how can you, if you're not, it's not the type of process that you can leave and come back to and have the same sense of momentum, I don't think.
I've been starring albums that I know I'm missing some, but I've already got like 15 here that I've already clipped.
Right,
so we'll kind of run
let's
through
knock
some.
them out, man. Yeah, let's.
Well, here's one I can't disagree with. King's X Dogman.
Yeah, that's hardcore, dude. I'm in.
Yeah, Dogman was actually the first song that I ever sang live on stage as a cover, but the problem was that the band asked me to come and sit in, and they go, "Do you know King's X Dogman?" And I was like, "Absolutely." And they were like, "Come on and sing it." And my dumbass did not ask,
what key?
Hey, are you detuned like they are on Dogman? Or are you? I didn't ask, so I went up there and they were playing it. I don't know what they were playing it in, but it was just like, I'm singing it. Yeah, I'm singing it the way that it's sung on the album, and it's just like, okay, I'm gonna have to shift everything on this. But yeah, Dogman, great album. Faith Hope Love is probably nudges out things for me, but Faith Hope Love is. What's the album with? I think it's just called King's X, the one that's black cover. It's and with the communion table and the child underneath. I have that out. I think it's just called King's X, but it's got Black Flag on it and Black Flag and
I'm not sure.
Ear Candy is a great one. They've got so many great albums. King's X is another one of those uncelebrated bands, and it's a shame. It's a shame.
Yeah.
Eric Witt, Goody Mob's Soul Food album. Yes, great album. We're talking a little bit of hip hop.
Is that the one with People Don't Dance No More? All they do is this. All they do is this. All they do is this.
I think that's on there. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and
my name is Sugar Low.
Well, and CeeLo just announced that Goody Mob is no longer together. They are disbanded, so they're no longer going to be doing anything or doing any performances. And I think, which is a shame. I did get an opportunity to see him a couple times. Once in the early days, and then once during at a One Music Fest, they had an entire Dungeon Family reunion. Everybody was there. Goody Mob was there. Outkast was there. It was an entire reunion, and it was unreal. It was so fantastic.
I was gonna say, can I interject?
Yeah, go ahead.
Outkast, The Love Below.
Speaker Box, Love Below. Yeah, it's a great album.
Yeah, I don't know about Speaker Box.
Well, it's the same album. It's one.
Right, well, then I only listen to half that record most of the time.
Well, Love Below was Andre 3000's side, and Speaker Box was Big Boy's side. So there was two CDs. So you didn't like your Speaker Box?
Speaker Box, I tried.
There's a lot of great songs on Speaker Box. It's like
it did move me. That may be true.
The way you move, you didn't like.
I mean, well, you can't knock that. I mean, that's just somebody wrote an Earth, Wind, and Fire song and put it on. That's why Earth, Wind, and Fire was playing it, because it sounded like them.
Yeah, yeah. So it's good stuff. I mean, but yeah, okay. Love Below is great. I mean,
I'm saying start to finish.
Dracula's Wedding. Yeah, he was just so different. It was very different.
Pretty strong from top to bottom, I'd say.
Yeah. This one,
that's prototype.
Yeah. I don't even know. I don't know this artist. I'll admit it. Keith Jarrett, the Cone concert. I don't know this one.
Keith Jarrett's he's a pianist, a jazz pianist. So he also played with Miles Davis.
I don't know that one.
Apparently, somebody told me a story that Keith Jarrett was trying to impress Miles. He was playing all the most like dissonant stuff he could play. He was trying to really like dig. And Miles Davis leaned over to somebody in the band and said, "That dude's crazy."
Yeah, I think you had to be in a special place to play with some of these artists. I mean, because you could. I mean, guys like Jacko and where it's just like they're playing they're connected somewhere else.
But it's often those dudes who come in and they make all the difference. I think that Joe Zawinul was clearly the leader of Weather Report until Jacko got involved, and he had that young energy, and he was like, he thought he was the best. Well, he knew he was the best.
Yeah,
he would. I heard that he would introduce himself as the world's best bass player. Wow. Well, go ahead, man. I guess
humility is awesome.
I mean, but then he put on his bass. It's like, what are you gonna say?
Unreal. Here's a couple more. I'm gonna go ahead and put up a couple more that I don't know. Frank Zappa's Hot Rats.
I don't know it.
I don't know it. I'll check it out. Hey, if you named it and you say it's good front to back, I'll give it a shot. I'm making notes of these.
Sure.
Betty Davis's first album.
Yeah. All right, Kyle. Yes. I agree.
Yeah. I've got all of them.
What's the one? They Say I'm Different.
They say I'm yeah.
I like that.
That growl.
Yeah. He was a big freak. Man, Prince stole everything he could off Betty Davis. Quiet as it's kept. I think he really was watching that.
Oh no, he absolutely was. That's where he got his call from.
Okay.
That's where that came from, was Betty Davis.
All right.
If you listen to, I've said this before on the show, if you listen to that song from Betty Davis, the song is, I can't remember. I'm trying to remember the name of the song, but it's a song where she does that. She does that call he does that multiple times in the song. Guys, can't remember the friggin' name of the song, but it was before, it predated him. It predated his first album.
Oh yeah.
And he just picked that up, and he absolutely 100% took that from her. I love Prince, and I know that he has claimed that. And
he made it popular.
When you hear it, you think of him.
That's Betty Davis.
You don't.
It's kind of like Michael talking about Shamon. Like, come on, Michael. I know Mavis Staples been saying Shamon since 1957.
Yeah.
So, what are you gonna do? Borrow from the best. That's all you can do. Somebody said Herbie Hancock Headhunters. I don't know if Headhunters is better to me than Thrust. I think Thrust is better than Headhunters. I'm sorry, man. Sean Carter. I'm a Thrust man.
Dedicated to the Press. Dedicated to the Press, the song that I was talking about.
Okay.
Where I'm gonna see if I can. I'll see if I can pull it up. I'm gonna show you for those who don't believe me. I'm gonna show you. Let's see if I got it right here. Right here. I don't know exactly what timing it is, but I know it's towards the end of the song. Hold on, let's see.
Isn't she a giant?
Maybe her mother is to blame. Dear mother.
She does it multiple times throughout the song, and this song predates her by predates Prince's first album by years.
Oh,
so yeah, he absolutely was. Yeah, I mean,
he was into it. Mm-hmm.
I mean, she is the undisputed queen of funk, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not knocking, amazing people that are out there like Shaka Khan and Don Silva and all those great people, but
she had her own thing, man.
Oh my God, just yeah. I mean,
I will agree with this. Rufus featuring Shaka Khan, Ask Rufus, a masterpiece, hands down my favorite. The Pink record really rivals it though, the one with Sweet Thing, but I really Ask Rufus. Street Player, I love it too, but Ask Rufus, I had that in my CD player for months.
I was trying to read some of the Ready for the World's their debut album. Paul said Ready for the World, long time coming, but I don't know that it's better than their debut album was Ceramic Girl, you know you're so fine. That whole album. That whole album, man.
Don't sing them gizzard cuts, man.
Come on, man. They're so freaking great, though. It was so perfect for the time, man.
Ready for the world with all that Jerry Curl juice flying around.
I wasn't watching
them, man.
I wasn't watching. I was listening.
All right, that's fine, man. I don't know. That dude sounded to me like he's like, if I could just sound like Jesse Johnson when I sing.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. They were.
I was mad because they weren't from here. I'm like, how are you going to just sound like you're from Minneapolis and not be from Minneapolis?
Well, I had Melvin on the show, Melvin Riley. I had him on the show years ago, and he talked about that. He talked about Oh Sheila, and he talked about the story that he had shared as well, that they'd gotten into a limo, and Oh Sheila came on the radio. And Sheila was like, "When'd you make this song?" And Prince was like, "That's not me." And so, yeah, there literally was. Yeah, they were chasing the trend. And Melvin was chasing the trend, but a lot of people don't know this. But Melvin wrote like all that stuff, and and his new stuff, that you don't even know exists, is out on Spotify, and it's really good stuff.
All right.
And he said he was going to come back on the show too. I talked to him not too long ago, like last month.
Right.
We got a bunch.
Man.
The Replacements, Pleased to Meet Me.
I will say that of the Replacements records, that's the best one from start to finish.
Yeah,
I would agree.
Jeff Buckley's Grace.
I've heard a lot about Jeff Buckley. I don't know if I've ever actually heard him.
Yeah, I would. I said the same thing. I see his name all the time, and there's a couple Blue October albums that could probably end up on this list too. That Blue October's Foiled is great friggin' album. There's so many Blue October albums that are great. Rick James Street Songs.
Street Songs pretty hot.
Yeah, Street Songs is great. Joni, this one came up a couple times. Joni Mitchell's Court and Spark, that came up a couple times.
Yeah, okay. Yes, I'll say yes. But personally, I think Blue is better.
Mm-hmm.
Start to finish.
And of course, Jacko had his hand on a couple albums from hers too, and I think and he totally changed the feel of the albums when he sat on them. Van Morrison's Astro Weeks is incredible. Yes, I will agree.
That's Astro Works, isn't it? Maybe it's not.
No, it's Weeks.
It's Weeks.
But is it better than Moondance? I don't know which one has. Gosh, there's so many. I mean, I'm going to go down a rabbit hole of Van Morrison because happy birthday, by the way, to not speaking of Van Morrison, but someone that kind of follows in that same kind of genre. Joe Cocker's birthday is today.
Oh, wow.
So happy birthday, Joe Cocker. The Cars' first album.
Okay.
I don't know. I look, Candy-O. I don't know if I don't think that's the first one, but Candy-O.
We're in the same lane, man.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, come on, man. Candy-O was the one.
Yeah, Candy O was phenomenal, and it was just perfect. I don't know if that's the first album or not. Do they have? I don't know where Candy O falls in. I don't know the Cars total.
I don't either. I mean, I'm somewhat of a fan of the Cars, but honestly, I mostly I can take them or leave them. To be honest,
I can't speak on this one. Esperanza Spalding's Exposure.
well, anything she does is bad.
Yeah,
I mean, you know what? My first meeting out at Paisley with Prince, we were discussing my return to the fold in about 2011. I was trying to see if maybe I couldn't get back in, in a working situation with Prince, because we just kind of, I don't know, we felt like maybe it was, yeah, let's do it, And it was the fact that he even asked, it was like, wow, almost nobody gets asked back. So it was like the fact that he even went to the trouble of saying, like, listen, I'm these days I'm keeping more than one band. Like, would you be in one of my bands? And
well, where does that fall in the timeline of when you sat in for Black is the New Black with Mono Neon? I was just hoping that wasn't the one. Okay, I was like hoping that was the. Oh yeah, come work with us. No, that's not gonna work.
No, that wasn't then. This was
Okay.
This band was going to be me and Andrew Goucher.
Oh,
and
okay. There you go.
And Cassandra O'Neill and Jubu Jubu Smith on guitar. We rehearsed for about 3 days, but
Wow.
in the weeks to come, Prince was sort of just kind of he couldn't decide. There's a couple of things he was just not 100% ready for. I think he was just like, I was like, I need to know a time frame, Prince, because I have a job. I can get away from my job. Like with Soul Asylum, they would have gladly went, oh man, you're gonna do a couple months with Prince? Go. That's how my people are. My people are generous and they don't get an attitude.
Yeah.
So, but it's just Prince and I, we couldn't make our schedules work,
It
He's
sucks.
just like, I understand, man. And like it's a hard situation to return to, because when you work for Prince, it's such a confining set of circumstances, and he really kind of moves in whatever way he's going to move, and you just have to go with it.
That's
And
kind of
once
like
you grow up and you're an adult, you don't have a life to hand over to somebody like that,
like jumping on a moving train too. It's like
Exactly.
it's like okay, here we go.
Precisely. So I was, it was unfortunate that it didn't work out. But at first, then he brought up Esperanza Spalding. I said, "Are we going to be, you and I, going to be playing with Esperanza Spalding?" He said, "No, I don't know if I." He said, "I think if I played with you and Esperanza Spalding, my head would explode."
That's a nice compliment.
Oh, Prince, man, really?
Yeah, he talked about how him and Esperanza Spalding would sit down and watch music, and I think I read it in an interview or something where I think it was Esperanza, and she said they were watching some music thing on TV, and she asked him in the middle of it. She turned to him and said, "Are you dissecting the songs right now and figuring out what you can do better or what you would have changed?" And he was like, "Yes." So it's like they couldn't even, you couldn't even enjoy it for what it was. It's just like,
yeah. And I think that's what it is. Is that I think that some people, I think that you can't manufacture camaraderie. It's either something you have with a person or you don't really,
Yeah.
And I think that maybe they may have been just different people, and definitely in different spaces. You know what I mean? Like I can see, I mean, Prince, he always preferred the company of a woman, and even better if she could play, but
exactly.
you don't, and with everybody, it's like some people are just great. Leave them alone. I'm sure he decided for himself, like she's on her path, and that's a good thing for her. She's doing her thing,
Speaking of which, I heard Andy Allo was going to be releasing a new album, or she's about to release it, or she released a single or something. A lot of people don't know this about Andy. They just think she's a pretty face, and she's got the show that's on Amazon Prime. I can't remember the name of it, but
No, she's very talented.
She's a very formidable guitar player.
Yeah.
Van Hunt came in town to play for the whatever anniversary it was of that debut album, and he came, and Andy Allo came in and opened up for him, and she sat down on the stool with the guitar and to sing, and I was like, okay, is this going to be like a basic strumming thing? And she's very proficient on guitar. I was like, okay, I did not know that. That's very, matter of fact, what's cool about it is that she gave me this, which is it's superconductor. I don't know. It's superconductor. And it basically, you open up this case. Open up this case, and there is a disc in there, and you can actually take that. I guess you can snip that off, snip this off and put it into. She actually signed it, and it's got the whole album and an unreleased track on here too. It's just a flip out USB card, and it's inside this thing. But yeah,
that's hot.
That's pretty. If you're gonna do it, just do something different.
Absolutely. I'm 100%.
Lisa,
anyways. I'm sorry, Lisa. I got to go with Back to Oakland over those other two Tower of Power records. We Came to Play is awesome, but I don't know. Back to Oakland, just to me, that's where they hit their peak. That whole record is hot.
Yeah, it's definitely. Sean, I did not miss your cut. You mentioned it twice, and it deserves to be put up here. Funkadelics, Maggot Brain, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay.
It's a great album for what it is. I mean, it's definitely not. I know everybody. Whenever I see a list of the 100 best funk albums, or even the top 20 best funk albums, and that one sitting close to the top, I'm like, are we listening to the same album? Because Maggot Brain is not really funk. It's very different. It's not
like psychedelic rock.
It's exactly what it is.
It's not.
It's good, but it's different.
Yeah, I mean, if I was gonna go with, we talking about funkadelic, man, I could put your hands together. Everybody stop. What is that? That's
what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's not Maggot Brain.
Yeah, man. No. What is that? That's I can't remember the name of that song. Put your hands together.
But they always
your mind like silly putty. That song, man. Oh, but I will. Is it Do It to Your Ear Hole? But I will be good.
Yeah.
But I promise I'll be good to your ear hole. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Maggot Brain. There's a lot of dead space on Maggot Brain, unless Michael Hampton is getting it in. Yeah. I don't know.
But because they always went these weird directions, like I want to know if it's good. Do you, baby?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much real funk, man. Even Loose Booty.
That's great. Yeah,
that's funky all day.
All day. Yeah, for sure. Here's one that was on my list. I think it's the last one I have on here that I didn't mention. Jamiroquai's Emergency on Planet Earth.
All right.
Man, let me tell you, this album still, decades later, still sits in my CD player and is perfect from front to back. It's just one of these perfect funk jazz albums that really, really helped to establish them in the same, put them in the same window as Brand New Heavies. And it was just such a great album. Such a great album. So I can't, that's, Arby says Steely Dan's Asia. That's a given for sure.
Yeah,
Holy cow.
That's fine. Yes. I mean, again, not my favorite. If I had to pick another, I think probably the Royal Scam is my
Royal Scam. Yeah.
Steely Dan record. It just is. I mean, I get it. But that's one that I could listen to on loop.
Yeah, the amount of attention to detail on Royal Scam is just ridiculous.
It's incredible.
Go
ahead.
Katie lied also. Yes. Anything they did in the studio, there was just like this meticulous. it was just
Yeah.
meticulous. It was
They're very
really
careful about things.
Mhm.
Can I answer Jason Glover's question from
Sure,
8:47
go ahead.
p.m.? Mr. Bland, what did Prince honestly think of MJ on a musical and artistic level? Utmost respect. I mean, the last thing I remember him saying about MJ, like while I was working there on the regular, Prince got an advanced copy of History, and he had already listened to the disc with They Don't Really Care About Us and Scream and all that. And then he played it for us. And he was like, man, this song. And then he skipped to what's the song? What about me?
Oh,
Is there a time? Earth Song? I think it's called Earth Song or something like that.
yeah. I think it is. I think it is. I think you're right.
And once we got to the outro where MJ, you know, MJ is on the outro, he lets it all out. And we were all, you know, what about us? I can't even breathe. He started doing all of that. And Prince was just behind his desk, he's like, he's still bad. He's still bad.
Yeah, it is.
So.
Well, you know, we can. I mean, you guys are just continually pushing out these great albums. Thank you so much for this. But I do want to talk about. I want to make sure that we talk about a few things before we go.
Yeah.
First off, there are 3 new albums that you guys should pay attention to. So hopefully, you guys have been taking notes on some of these other albums that you haven't even heard before, and check those out. But there are some brand new music that's out there right now. And that is, The Queen is Dead, the Smiths. That deserves a shout out for sure.
All right, that's fair. I got with it. I was cool with them for a little bit.
Yeah, How Soon Is Now and some of that stuff, Meat is Murder and all that stuff is crazy.
Yeah.
First off, for those that don't know, I mentioned it last week. If you have not had an opportunity to check it out, you absolutely positively need to. Bootsy Collins has got a brand new album called Album of the Year, #1 Funketeer. And if you've not checked it out, head to funkatopia.com and look at the review that I did on it. It is ridiculous. It's got guests from a lot of hip hop guests. He's got Wiz Khalifa, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, a bunch of stuff. But he also then he really mixes it up. He's got Dave Stewart on there from the Eurythmics, October London, Music Soul Child. But this album is phenomenal. I can tell you right now, hands down, it is one of the best funk albums that I have heard in a decade. I'll tell you that right now. It is strong from front to back. And if you partake, it's even better. It's just it is just one of these albums that is just so good. Please check out this album. It's on Spotify. It's on a variety of different places, but yeah, it's called Album of the Year, #1 Funketeer by Bootsy Collins. Just came out last month, and it is fire. So check it out.
Yeah. Okay.
The next, yeah, you have to. It's freaking great.
I love.
And then the next new album that is out that you guys should probably check out is Snoop Dogg's "Is It a Crime?" He's one of these guys just nonstop creating all the time, and you don't even know it. He'll release an album, won't even give it any fanfare. He's just like, creates it, puts it out, and that's it is. But this is a really, really strong album too. Got that. If you like hip hop with the West Coast flow, this has got it all over it. It's great. This album came out pretty much unannounced, but if you're a hip hop fan, it's a really, really good, strong album. And then last new album that just came out, Mono Neon released a brand new album called You Had Your Chance, Bad Attitude. He dropped a single off this called Beyonce, which is it's a really cool song. But it's another strong release from Mono Neon, yet another guy who does not stop writing, and it's like constantly releasing stuff. And so
I really like what I've been hearing. Actually, the video for Beyonce, a friend of mine directed that. His name is Kai Arens. And Kai Arens also has worked for Dolly Parton. He's worked for a lot of people.
Wow.
But he used to be in a band from Minneapolis called Flip, Flipp. He and his
Huh.
brother had a band called Flip, and they were incredible.
Wow. That's great. So that's the 3 albums I want you guys to check out. That's your homework for this week. We will have a show next week. We don't know who it will be or if it will be another free for all, but we have to do a show next week because in 2 weeks there will not be a show. There might be some live clips of me from Minneapolis or from Minnesota in general. I don't necessarily know that I'll be in Minneapolis, but I will be in Minnesota because the celebration is happening. We're going to talk about that for over as far as that's concerned. It looks like you have a question here from IT Flaunt. I heard that the kick drum to a question of you was the sound of a basketball hitting the ground. Does Michael know if that was the case?
Yes, I do know if that was the case. It was not. What that sound was a detuned snare drum.
There you go. I don't think I knew that.
It's a detuned like Lynn snare.
Oh, okay.
And
there you go. Man, unreal. But what I want to talk about real quick is some things that are coming up between now and obviously celebration. And I got a couple marks for things happening beyond the celebration, but I want to talk really as quickly. We're already on top of the 10 o'clock hour, which is fine. It's cool. But I want to make sure that you guys are aware of some things that are coming up in chronological order so that we can make sure that's you have it. Here's the first one that's happening like soon, like this weekend, coming up this weekend. And that is Urban Classic.
Oh, that.
Friday, May 23rd, Saturday, May 24th. If you're up in Minneapolis, Urban Classic is going to be doing the music of Earth, Wind, and Fire, and it's going to have G Sharp, it's going to have Mark, it's going to have JB, of course, under the musical direction of Mr. Michael Bland.
That's my band. Yeah, Urban Classic is that. Those are my people.
Go ahead and tell them about what's going on this weekend. Okay, so listen, if you're up in Minneapolis right now, and you don't already have tickets, I don't know why you don't have tickets, but you need to have tickets because this is going to be a lot of fun. But go ahead, tell them.
We sell out every time we play this show, so we decided to go ahead and take the whole weekend. It's man. It's, I mean, what do you say? Shining star. That's the way of the world. Let's groove. September. Love's holiday. All about love. Can't hide love. Can't let go. We're doing so many great Earth, Wind, and Fire. They're all great. I mean, it's hard to miss. You know, I mean, I'm surprised. I don't know why I waited all these years to do it. Everybody likes their music. It's not easy to play, but if you got the right group of cats together, it can be a lot of fun. Oh, yeah. I do. And we're gonna have a great time. And you will too if you come to Crooners in Fridley, Minnesota on Friday, May 23rd or Saturday, May 24th, and see us playing the music of Earth, Wind, and Fire. We will make a believer out of you. Yes, that's right.
I thought that I put a shortcut to this. No, maybe I didn't. So where's the best place to go for them to get tickets for this? I thought that I'd created a shortcut.
That would be www.croonersloungemn, like Minnesota.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, and since we're advertising Michael Bland products and gigs and whatnot, and then, we also have this these flashy these mugs on this mug. You got 2 mugs on the same mug.
Nice.
Sonny, the brothers, you know what it is.
Yeah, man.
For about $20 on Brothers for Life music.bandcamp.com is where you can get one of these. You can get a t-shirt. We got buttons. We got socks. We got CD singles. Go to Brothers for Life music.
Is it Brothers for Life or is it spelled out?
It's all spelled.
It's all spelled out.
For Life music.
That's right.
.bandcamp.com. Oh yeah.
Hey, there you go.
Spend some money. Give me some money, y'all.
Yeah, there you go. Brothers,
a little money.
There you go. And speaking, hey, I mean, since we're already here, we'll also talk about we have merch too with Funkatopia. Obviously, Listen, you see me wearing this beanie here. This is actually an embroidered beanie. This is not an applique. This is actually embroidered. And we do have these embroidered beanies. I have limited stock on those. Also, we have the Uptown Radio Funked Up app. I need to get you one of these.
Yeah.
Uptown Radio Funked Up mugs that are there. We do not. I'm not going to showcase the other one. I'll show you. You guys are what WTF. We don't have any more of those right now, but we'll get them. And we got lots of really cool shirts and stuff and merch on funkatopia.com/shop. But today, priority is obviously taking care of Michael B.
That's
Brothers
all right.
for Life.
Take care of me.
And yeah, make sure that you go to Crooners Lounge. That's CROONERS Lounge, MN, like Minnesota. Crooners Lounge, MN.com, and get those tickets for that show. That's this week for sure.
It's going to be hot.
And of course, as I said, 27th, next Tuesday, we will do a show. I don't know what it will be because we are still talking with Rhonda. She is a busy woman, and we thought we had some things laid out, but it was just miscommunication. We're still on it. Nothing wrong's happened. We're good. We're just working through everything.
Somebody, Steve 858 said Verdine White needs to be on the show. He's a little eccentric, bro. And I realize, I know I'm a little strange myself, but I don't think that'd be a hot interview, personally. Verdine's different.
Piece of work in the bright color Funkatopia. Just Lisa, just email me at Funkatopia and tell me what type of shirt you want, or what size you want, what colors you want, or whatever. Just email me at funkatopia@gmail.com. Yeah, I can. Most of that stuff is made. The embroidered stuff is already made, but the other stuff we actually make on site. So I can do any colors, any sizes. You know, there's not much I can't do. I don't understand. I look like Dr. Manhattan.
Who's Dr. Manhattan?
Isn't that the blue guy from?
From like not X-Men, but Watchers.
Yeah, are you talking about Watchers?
Or what is it called?
It's the Watchers. I think it is called the Watchers.
Is that what it's called? Watchers? I can't remember.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is that what it is?
All right. I don't see it. But RV Creighton wanted to know if I could talk about. There's nothing to talk about on that. What you see is what you get. We rehearsed for a week. We went to New York. We shot it. I mean, if you want one story for color, I'll tell you I entered Paul Simon's dressing room by accident. And he invited me to have some charcuterie. And I said, no thanks, because I was kind of freaked out. That's about all I got to say about that. Otherwise, we played the song 3-4 times for camera blocking, hung around, shot it, rolled out.
I don't know that I could eat meat and cheese in front of Paul Simon. Was like,
I didn't know. He's like, hey, you want anything off the? I was like, no, sir. Thank you, sir.
So, what's the backstory on Kodachrome?
Right, exactly. Watchmen. Thank you, Kyle Christian. All right, Kyle. Thank you. Yeah, you finally told me somebody gave me some little help.
Oh my God. All right. And if we kind of continue down again, so the 27th we'll do a show, but then on the 3rd, I'm actually flying out on the 3rd of June to go up to Minneapolis for that celebration week. Not going to say much more than that. I'll be up there for celebration week. Just leave it at that. I'll be up there for celebration week.
How many days are you staying?
I'm there from Tuesday to Sunday. So, and I'll fly back late Tuesday. I think my flight leaves at like 4 on Sunday. So I'll be there all week. I'll be there all week. So we need to hang out. We need to get together, do something.
Yes, absolutely. If you're gonna be here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be there. I know I have meet up with some people that are on this graphic right now. So I will be you'll see me. If you're going to the celebration, you will see me. But anyways, the celebration is happening June 5th through 8th for those that don't know. I don't know how you don't know, but it is the celebration that Paisley Park and the Prince Estate are doing. And of course, they have tickets are still on sale right now. But they made the announcement today. First off, if you don't know, if you want to go general admission to the entire event, the Tower Celebration 2025, general admission is $752.75. VIP is $1,302.75. And then, as you can see, if you look at the schedule, the primary day that anybody would want to go to this, if you had to pick a day, this is the day that you would go, because the bands that you see listed here, which for you audio folks are Morris Day and the Time, the original members of the family getting together. Yes, that will include Jerome Benton as well. Jesse Johnson is also going to be there. Johnny Venus is also going to be there. And I can't remember, and Jada Nicole, that was another one that they added. There was somebody else that I saw, another name that I saw as well. But all of these artists are playing on Friday night, all of them on one night. All of them on one night. Now, we had kind of freaked out a little bit in the beginning because we were saying to ourselves, because it was a 3-hour window, but that has expanded now, and now it's a 4-hour window, I think. So I think they've expanded the time. So now it's got more to play. And you can, if you don't want to go to the celebration, you don't have, even on the low end, have $752 burning a hole in your pocket. You can go to just this night, which is the main night that I would think that you want to go if you're going to go. And take, I don't know if you've looked or not, Michael, but guess how much the tickets are just for this night, just to go to this night. Now, keep it in mind, single general admissions, $752.
All right.
To go to, somebody's asking, Red Cat's asking, who is Johnny Venus? You probably don't know. He's actually in an Atlanta band it's pretty sizable called Earth Gang. And it's him and they're called Earth Gang, and they're out of Atlanta, but he is from Earth Gang, but nobody really knows his solo work. I think he only has like 2 songs on Spotify. But he's good, but anyways. So again, go back to the question. A general admission is $752 after taxes and everything else. VIP is $1,302.75 for VIP. Guess how much they're charging just for this one concert? This is obviously the main focus of this. Just take a guess.
Take a guess.
Just take a guess.
$350.
Nope. It's actually lower. If you can believe this.
What?
Single day tickets just for this night, which is the main bands here.
$55.
$109.
Okay. I highballed and then I lowballed.
I mean, $110 to see pretty much the primary thing that everybody want to see. I think this is smart. I just got done paying. Who did I go to see? Oh, I went to go see. I went to a comedy show. I just paid $60 to go see Maria Bamford do a comedy thing here in Atlanta.
Okay.
And it was after fees and everything was $60, and so $110 for Morris Day and the Time.
Oh no, that's a bargain.
The family, Jesse Johnson, and you get Johnny and Jada in the mix too. That's not too horrible.
No, not at all.
That's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, gosh, I'm like get so concerned about what I should say and what I should not say. But here's the thing: I don't understand the thought process of it, because let's just look at general admission. What? Okay, let's look at general admission. $752. You take away that night. That's they just put the value up. Let's just round it off. Somebody said 125. They just took that value up to 125. So 775 minus 125 is $650. So you're saying that the other days in total are worth $650, which is mostly panels. I guess there's a panel. There's a couple panels that are there. You get to listen to some unreleased music. And then the block party is available to everybody. The block party is to the whole general public. So even though that is included in the schedule, you get all that without even don't want to pay anything. You can go to the block party and it's free and you're there.
Sure.
It's just, I'm surprised that it was that low. I would have thought, just like you said, if I would have making my first guess, the 300 mark is where I would have thought it would have been. 350 is probably where I thought it was, because that is the focal point night. That is the focal point night of the whole event. That's all the bands on one night.
Yeah.
And then you're paying all that other money for the unreleased, to hear the unreleased music and, some of the panels. I don't know. I feel like, I look.
Well, say it, man.
I'm so glad that they're still doing things that people can come in town and they could still appreciate and really just kind of absorb, Prince's legacy and really kind of be a part of it. And again, if you've never been, it's going to be so much fun. You're going to have a really, really great time. But it for some of us that have been to like all of them, it's you kind of like watch the ebbs and flows of the strengths and weaknesses and everything. It's just this year just kind of just seemed very I don't know, discombobulated, I guess. It seemed like there was just not, like everything was an afterthought. I don't know. I'm sorry if you're listening and I know you guys listen. I'm sorry. That's what it seems. It feels very disconnected.
But I feel like, I feel like the things that they did readjust are all the right things to readjust.
Yeah.
I think giving the players more time to play absolutely was a good thing.
Yeah.
I think $125 to see 5 acts, that's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah. For that, for sure. But if you look at, that's the page. And DJ Lenka Paris is going to be there. Apparently DJ Holtz is going to be there. So there's some other stuff there, but again, that Friday night is when all the bands are. That's just when everything else. So, this is the $1,000. This is the however much VIP was. What was VIP? VIP was $1,300. So with VIP, you're looking at, I don't want to get all into this, but I don't know. There just seems to be a little bit of disconnect. That's all I'm saying. I've invited them on the show multiple times, and I just again.
Yeah, I think it's the thing to remember is we don't know everything. We don't know what slows them down, what speeds them up.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And they're not exactly, trying to tell us.
And again, for those that don't know, if you guys were planning to be in Minneapolis, but maybe you're not going to the celebration, but you want to be in town for all the events and everything that's going on, please feel free to do that. But also remember that if you go to princecelebration.com or celebrationtrip.com, princecelebration.com actually redirects to this. Yes, it's both domain names. And you click on events tab over here. The amazing Bonnie Freshour has helped me set up this calendar where you can see everything that's going on in town. You can see on June 3rd, the Purple Playground, Adrian Crutchfield is going to be at the Capri Theater. And it's really, really cool because you can kind of see all the event details and you have links to the links to where you can get tickets and everything. June 4th, there is Damon D is doing a dance thing that's going to be down there. Also, Dr. Mambo's Combo is doing the birthday tribute to Prince on June 4th, Forever in My Life. That's going to be fun. Also, Gold Experience, which Purple Genealogy Gold Experience, the last party. It's going to be happening at the Women's Club in Minneapolis. That is going on. Obviously, Celebration. We just talked about that for the 5th through 8th. The Live for Dance workshop with Maite. That is going to be a lot of fun. That is the Live for Love thing. It's specifically for ages 13 to 18, but if you're going to have your kids with them and you want to do a little thing, that's fine. And June 10th, Prince Night at the Minnesota Twins game, and they're giving away these really cool baseball jerseys too. However many things are there. But yeah, just go to celebrationtrip.com, or again, princecelebration.com will take you to there, and you can, all that stuff is listed there as well. And the last 2 items that I have here on the list is this one right here. On June 25th, Liv Warfield is going to be in Chicago at Club Zinzani. And she's going to have special guests Tommy Barbarella, Mike Scott, Rick from Condition, and Brandon Commodore are going to be doing her backup. And let me tell you, if you've never seen Liv Warfield in concert, just go ahead and just, I mean, you have to, she is unbelievable. Just breathtaking performer and so much energy. And when she's in it to win it, you need to step back, because she is a force to be reckoned with. I love Liv Warfield. She's amazing. And then lastly, it has nothing to do really with anything other than, there's a lot of Prince groups that are out there online, and Prince Party UK is one of them. For all you fine folks that are overseas, Prince Party UK is actually doing a big Prince party called the Gold Experience Party that's going to be happening. It's way far away, July 5th, not way far away, but it's about a month away. But you probably want to get your tickets. It's happening at the Acapella Birmingham. We don't get a lot of opportunity to promote stuff that's going on over there, but might as well. It's Gold Experience Party from Prince Party UK. They're doing a little jam session there as well. So take advantage of that, man. But look, I don't think we missed. Oh yes, Chase Ovation at Bunkers on June 7th. They got to make sure that we put that in the calendar too. There's a lot of stuff going on. Martin Kember is going to be at June 4th as well. Man, there's so many really cool things. Please make sure that if you see something that wasn't on the list, send it to me at funkatopia@gmail.com, and I can make sure that Bonnie Freshore puts it on the site, and it's on there, because you need to know where to get tickets for all this stuff, including the tickets for this week's show from Urban Classic, the tribute to Earth, Wind, and Fire, happening this Friday and Saturday. That's the closest thing, so you got to do that now. So yeah.
I got you.
Do we forget anything? Do we?
I don't think so, man. That was kind of a roller coaster.
Yeah, it was. We were all over the place, but that's what the free for alls are. It's just kind of, and I think we realized that the friggin' phone thing is going to be a nightmare. I'm going to have a talk with them and say, look, what do we do here? Because apparently they don't have any flow through or stopping for spam and stuff to come through. And that's not a number that's out there. I guess it belonged to somebody at some point in time, I guess.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way.
I mean, anyways. In the face. Yes. In the face. In the face.
Yes. In the face.
Oh my gosh. Well, I hope you guys had a good time. We will see you next week on Tuesday, because again, on the 3rd, which is, I can't believe it's only 2 weeks from now that I'm going to be up there again.
Yeah.
I've been to Minneapolis more times in my life than any other location in my adult. It's just weird.
All right.
Well, it's like even going home to like Jersey and places like that. It's like I haven't been there as much as I have here.
You must like it here.
I do. I love it. I love the vibe. I love the music, and of course, it's my people. So
well, all right.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, we guys hope you had a fun time tonight. We will see you at some point in time in the near future, and we'll see you next week. Meanwhile, hope you guys had fun. Signing out, Mr. Christopher, Michael Bland. And just remember, this intro music is different, so it's gonna hit different. I think maybe we should like switch it off like every single week or something.
Okay, yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah, let's try it. But
right.
we don't have to split anything with this. So there you go. Good night.
Good night.